Hi guys, thanks for tuning in today, and for those for the first time, welcome to the channel. First off, I'd like to say a very big thanks to the new subscribers who have subscribed over the last 24 hours. It's greatly appreciated. I wasn't expecting it, so it caught me a little bit off guard because I'm used to getting no one. And again, thanks very much for going to the trouble to think it was worth the trouble to subscribe and come back. I'm happy about it. Hopefully you will be in the long run too. So, at the moment, I've decided I might try something different today, and I'm going to take this bike out to a spot. And a couple of weeks back I bought a Insta 360 camera, and the best thing about these cameras, when you hook them onto the bike, you don't have to set them up in any direction. You just turn them on, ride the bike, and it captures a full 360 degree span. And yeah, I'll tell you what, this bike, I'm running at 100 kilometres an hour now, very windy today around my area, and this bike's cruising along just like a rocket. So I'll tell you what, it's a good bike. But anyway, back to the Insta 360. Yeah, so I'll hook it up and just show you how it looks, and I'll go for a burst down the road. Now, I don't think I'll be able to load the info up on this video because I haven't got the knowledge sort of how to put it together. But once it's loaded up on the iPhone, I'll put a link to it in the description, and you can check it out from there. So, but the best thing about it, hopefully I'll be able to get some shots of the bike a little bit different than normal, and running along down through the hills and round the corner. Won't be a very long video, probably under 5 minutes. But yeah, I'll tell you what, this bike is really running well today at this 100. I should have had the camera set the other way because the wind is really bad. You can feel it coming into these corners. You are actually pulling the bike over hard on this bend to get around it. But the bike's running faultless. They're a good bike, these Hondas. Look at the way it runs around these corners. Yeah, really nice. It's hard to believe how you can go from 27 horsepower to 47 roughly, and you almost think if you're in a car, you're in a Ferrari. There's that much difference in the power there. It's like, so apart from that, everything's good. I'll just close on this now till we get to the spot and set her up. And we'll, I'll just give you an idea, I'll show you then how the camera looks, and you'll have a rough idea what's going on. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this bike runs around the corners nice. If I was on the Enfield on a day like this, and I really like the Enfield because I've had lots of them, but if I was on the Enfield on a day like this, I'd go home because I'd be blowing around too much. But this bike just cutting through the wind. I better slow down a bit. There, cutting through the wind. No doubt this is really a great bike, and I hope people that have watched my reviews have thought, hope he's not all full bullshit, this bloke, and he knows what he's talking about. Well, I'm not no expert in fixing the bikes and stuff like that, but I think I've got a rough idea when you ride a bike whether you think it's any good or not. And my opinion still stands, this is a good bike. But anyway, I'll catch up with you further down the track. Okay guys, I've pulled over, and this is the road I'll be travelling along. right through pine forest country, and then going down into a valley a couple of kilometres down the road, and then pulling up into the hills to the other. Here's our bike sitting here. More importantly, there's the Insta 360 camera sitting off in what they class as an invisible selfie stick. So it sits up there to do the job. Why they call that an invisible selfie stick is because the camera, even though it sees in 360, it misses about, I think, 5 degrees of angle or something, and that degree of angle, or a couple of degrees of angle, is actually the stick, and it stitches it together and it totally eliminates the selfie stick. So this area I'm on now, it's a very quiet type of a road, so it should be pretty safe to run down here and give it a demo and see how things go that way. But once again, yeah, the bike looks good today, and especially with that big rod poking out. But we'll see what sort of images I can capture with this. Something different. Anyway, cheers. Hi guys, back again. Just pulled over for a few minutes to give the bike a bit of a cool down at this roadside rest and just reflect back of the few kilometres I travelled back there. Yeah, this bike is without a doubt an extremely good bike to ride. I was running along there fairly quick, you could say, and it was handling the corners well. This was a pretty rough, bumpy road I was on. The suspension handled that really good, and you know, I wasn't looking at the bike. I was sort of moving it along a bit without going into any detail. So as far as that side goes, I think it performs really well. So if anyone's wondering how things are going to go if you're zooming out along the back roads and stuff like that, well, I would say you could put it down to 2 words: very enjoyable. So if you keep that in mind, yeah, it's really good. I'll just go up here and show you once where we used to go trout fishing, and I used to catch some good rainbow trout in this creek. But as you look down into they may still be there too. I also mentioned on the previous video that I did have a bit of slight vibe on the foot pegs. They've sort of gone out of it now, and it's good in that respect. That any speed I've been on now so far, no virtually any vibe in the handlebars, slight buzz, but nothing to get too excited about, so it's really good. I was only reflecting there a while ago before I decided to fire another video off that if I would have been on that Enfield running down along that road back there, it would have been a different story I'd be telling you now. And but actually the road was that good, I thought to myself I might swing back and go back that way, but it's getting a bit on the later side now. So I was in heavy timber country at times, so you never know when the roofs are about, so I'll head back out into the clearer stuff. Still got all this stuff crap hanging around the bike on the handlebars and that there for where I was running the invisible stick for the 360 camera. So hopefully that footage was worth it, and it'll be worth your trouble to come back and take a look at that one. So only time will tell, but I'll get into it when I get home and see what we can put together.